It's time for our sports segment. It'll be presented by Ike. Ike, good morning. How are you doing this morning? What a lovely week.
Good morning.
We have, and the weekend was really splendid, both on the home front and on the international stage.
On the home front, of course, you could see the jersey I'm donning. They are in splendid form, everything working out. That's a case of when you do the right recruitment, when you get the right manager, and of course, and when you dot your I's and cross your T's well. So it's just working out well, and let's see how far Anambra club can go and see if they can get into the playoff for the second tier of Nigerian club football, and probably we can have an Anambra team, government-owned club, play in the Nigeria Professional Football League come next season.
Well, thank you so much for that update. Well, you can take it off from there while we begin on the sports segment of Good Morning Anambra.
Yeah, Sports Splash, ABS TV, it is, and of course, the Monday edition is the first one for the week. And my name is Ike Nwokedi. I'm not alone in the studio. We'll have, of course, I will have a guest here and we'll talk about sports on the local scene. But now, let's start with the stories on the local scene first. Let's tell you that in our first to go the competitive team display for Anambra Club, Solution FC, as they obliterated Madiba FC by 4-1 in one of the match day 8 fixtures of the Nigeria National League, the NNL. Solution FC extended their unbeaten run to 5 matches with an emphatic win at the Oka City Stadium, and that was on Saturday, the 1st of February 2025, as Hitato coach Emmanuel Dodge led technical crew made just 2 changes to the side that faced Abakaliki FC a week ago, with Godwin Okoyato and skillful Charles Ewe getting the nod ahead of Goodluck Obode, and on loan Ambrose Ndubisi Ogunda Hunsola, who is out of the side temporarily owing to personal matters. And the Solution boys' first attempt at goal in the 3rd minute of the game came through Valentine Ugu, who beat the offside trap to poke his effort from a tight angle into the bottom left corner of the poster beyond the Oshodi boys. Goalkeeper Tijani Mohammed off a passer from the middle of the park. The lead was short-lived, lasting just 6 minutes as Ndubisi Anthony with a good technique restored parity for the Oshodi boys of a quick counter-attacking play. Solution FC central defensive duo of Chizoba Mefula and Solomon Aban were caught off guard. Unmarked, Solomon Aban had his head-dead effort inches above the upright from a corner kick, and that was in the 27th minute of the game. And of course, we can tell you that Charles Ebwe made amends in the 37th minute with a simple tapping assisted by Godwin Okoyato off Romanus Chinonsosa, delightful ball into the 18-yard box. And 4 minutes after the restart, Godwin Okoyato made no mistake converting from Valentine Ugu's a pass inside the box after the Oshodi boys defense switched off. And 5 minutes from time, substitute Atochukwu Ozuronye put an icing on the cake with the 4th for his team, assisted by Chukwuemeka Oyeke, who also joined the fray in the second half of the game. Solution FC will next face ABS FC come Saturday, the 8th of February 2025, in one of the match day 9 fixtures scheduled for the Lorraine Township Stadium, and that's in Kwara State. Away from that, quickly, let's tell you that the Nigeria University Games Association Nuga Council has approved a new date for the forthcoming Nuga competition to be hosted by the University of Jos, fondly known as UniJos, and the competition will now take place from the 6th to 16th of November 2025 at the University of Jos. The announcement was made when the Nuga National Executives paid a courtesy visit to the university management at the council chambers administrative block of the university, Naraguta campus of the university, during the Nuga annual council meeting, which took place in UniJos. And the Nuga Council has approved a new date for the forthcoming Nuga Games to be hosted by UniJos. The announcement was made when the Nuga executive paid a courtesy call to the management, and of course they emphasized that the new date was necessary to ensure that critical ongoing projects in UniJos, which would be used for the competition, are completed on time. And according to Professor Bauer, who is the president of Nuga, he said that careful consultation and consideration, the Nuga Council agreed to move the competition to the month of November 2025. 5. And away from that, quickly, before we go to our interview segment, let's tell you that the 2025 Nationwide League One Annual General Assembly has been scheduled originally for January 30th, 2025. The assembly will now take place, is expected to take place on February 5th, 2025. That's hoping it will happen this Wednesday. In a recent announcement from the media department of the league, it was noted that the assembly will be conducted virtually rather than in person, and the change aims to enhance accessibility and participation for all state adopted representatives, as the league secretariat appreciates the understanding and flexibility regarding this adjustment, and the NLO secretariat will provide further details about the virtual meeting platform and the agenda as the event day, which is all relevant. Representatives from each state football association will represent their respective clubs, as their collaboration is essential for the advancement of football development in Nigeria. You're watching Sports Splash on ABS TV, the Monday edition. It's the first one for the week. And of course, let's go to the interview segment. Yes, our interview segment. In the house, I have the technical director of Dynamic Sports Academy of Aguluzibo. He's in the house with me today to talk about just concluded scouting program we talked about a week ago that happened at the Nero Stadium, and he will talk to us on other aspects of football. He's equally a sports a football administrator and of course sports manager. Mr. Donatus, Coach Donatus Ezokafo joins us this morning. Good morning, Coach Dona. Good to have you on the program. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the event of last week. You had a 6-day scouting program. It happened at it was at the stadium out there, talking about the Nero Stadium, Nanka. That program has come and gone. Can you tell us what was the essence of that program we had, getting players of 15 to 20? What was the essence of the program?
I'm very much pleased for calling. The issue of the scouting is a master program that teams requested players from my side, my partners, Miracle FC, Abia State, Karate FC Lagos, the France 6 FC Lagos, while Mahanem FC Abuja, Tiki Taka Abuja, the Roy Sapphire. So they demanded some players they will take on playing tour, summer tour, 2025. That will be happening from any time from August, June, July.
Okay.
So they now need the players they will put together and move for the journey. They are trying to go to Sweden, Denmark, Spain, then talk of Norway. So that's where youth program. But what surprises me, during the program, another group came in, that's for UK. One of my partners called me that he needs some players for it, and they were able to get 5 players for him. So they will travel by April. So they will start camping in February. Ending.
Now, having said this, this is a program you did. It's Dynamic Sports Academy in partnership with the Anambra State Football Association, I guess. So it's a two-way thing, partnership with the Anambra State Football Association. And from what I observed, there were more than 15 clubs that participated in that event, and there were up to, from what I heard also, more than 500 players. How many players were you able to scout, you and your team, to get from this program?
So we're able to secure 50 players.
50 players?
Yes.
Okay.
To share them according to demands. So that was exactly what they are in camp now. As of yesterday, they are training from now for 1 week orientation and football education. Before I now move them to the next level. So that's what we are doing for now. So by the end of the week, they begin to move to the clubs.
Okay. Now, for these players now, about 50 of them, it is expected that the 50 of them will travel to Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and Spain through the group that are organizing it, and also with the permission of the Anambra State Football Association. Okay. Now, the sponsorship, is it this group are sponsoring these players?
So yes, the group are sponsoring the players. That's my decision we made. So I told them that the parents cannot afford all this. So they will have to cater the expenses, but they are feeding everything in their camp. So they will be feeding them 3 times a day. So while preparing for the journey. So they'll play a lot of friendlies. And even some said they will come to Anambra for camping.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay, it is still Sports Splash on ABS TV, the Monday edition. In the house, I will have the technical director of Dynamic Sports Academy of Akuzibo talking about Coach Donatus Ezokaf, and he's talking us through about the recent scouting program held at the Nero Stadium, Nanka. You made mention of the fact that these players, you have 50 players already selected, and those 50 players are in camp right now, and we are having football education. What do you mean by football education?
You see, most of them, like when I talk with my Spain partner, he said in Nigeria or Africa, after schooling, they start football. But there, they start football and the education. So after everything, before they finish their secondary school, they might be there. So now, what I'm trying to tell you is that during this process of football education is for them to have the idea of what is happening outside the country.
Okay.
The international scene. So give them the program, give them the dialect. Like most of them playing that way, they don't know the rule. They don't know what they are doing there. They are just playing safe. So that's why the FA make it mandatory that all the coaches must upgrade their knowledge in the game. So in order to impart those knowledge into the youth, the players, they pick.
Okay.
So that is it. So when we develop them in that, giving them they have to get a size book, copying everything about their wing, about the rule, about the position, and the techniques of kicks. They need to know all those things. You don't just kick in ball. Everything has techniques, have tactical input. They will have these 4 pillars of the game.
Okay. 4 pillars of the game.
Yes, the physical side.
Physical.
Then the technical side.
Technical.
Then the tactical side. And the psychosocial side.
Psychosocial.
Yes. So these 4 form the main thing of the football.
Okay, now having said this now, for these players now, basically if they end up inking a deal in Europe, a contract in Europe, how will this go through? Because we know about FIFA transfer matching system.
Yes.
How will they be registered? Who and who is eligible to get what from the deal if they eventually get this deal done?
If they get the deal done, the sharing formula is under FIFA law. So we have our own, because I am the parental person to them now, because they have to sign. So they are now, the players come from, the team they come from, they transfer the parental listen to me. So I now transfer to my partners. So whatever comes, the training compensation, the sharing formula, everything goes like that. So
and these players, they are already in the TSM because they have a club playing right
now. That's
now.
it now.
Okay.
So that's why we have an agreement covering it. All the clubs that take part, I give them agreement to sign. So that whatever comes, they have their share, the FA have their share. Myself, I have my share.
Okay, now, away from this right now, we hear about the Nigerian footballers from the local scene going to Europe, and at the end, they come back after trials. What is the problem? What is it, what happens to, what do you think makes these players not to succeed when they go outside there to play football?
Yes, they lack the coaching aspect of the game. That's the tactical side of it. You know, most of us just go around the field, 11 aside, no. They have to go into technical side, technique side. They have to go into physical side. They must, then the psychosocial side, they must bring them together to them. So go to the board, teach them about this game, the laws of the game, and what they need to do. So most of them travel and come back because they don't have the knowledge. And communication becomes impossible to them.
Now let's talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League, and quickly before we let you go. How do you assess the development, the Nigeria Premier Football League this season and also the NNL? How do you assess it from what you've seen this season and the previous seasons?
In fact, this season is very, very conducive. If they continue like this, I think more years, you know. That's why FIFA every year, they introduce new laws, like in the referees. So football is, every year, they introduce another formation, another tactics, another everything. That makes the game grow from year in, year out. It doesn't stand where you stand in last year, even last month. You continue upgrading. So Nigerian League is upgrading the way I see it. So if you watch your game, it's now you can see the good talents coming up.
Okay. Finally, before we let you go, what is your message to these players, your advice to them, and equally to football stakeholders and aficionados in the state and beyond?
My advice is that, especially the players that are going, they have to be disciplined. That's number one. They have to be committed. They have to be dedicated. So if they have these qualities, I think the sky will be their limit. So for the stakeholders, they need to go for more knowledge in coaching side, because that's the only thing. The message you pass to them, that's what they grow with. So that is the major thing. If we can upgrade our coaches, then they can go more. I thank the FA chairman, the general, Chikoli Lennis, for giving us a lot. In fact, within his term, I have attended 4 courses.
Okay. Wow.
4 courses. So, and I've seen it in my players. I can have a new player today. Within 1 month, the players have become something. So let me inform you. We are now introducing the new league, that the Anambra Grassroots Football League.
Okay,
it's coming up again.
The replica of the AIF, Anambra Independent Football League.
Yes,
okay.
It's coming up again. The coaches have decided they will start with 20 teams.
Yeah.
So sharing them A and B. So you see it now. So by ending of this month or beginning of next month, the league will start.
All right. Coach Donatus Ezoka, for the technical director of Dynamic Sports Academy and equally a football stakeholder and administrator, I would like to thank you so much for being here on ABS TV Sports Splash.
Yeah, thanks.
And wish you all the very best. And just before we go, let's just go through some of the results of matches that played in Western Europe. Let's go quickly to the Spanish La Liga. And the Spanish La Liga, Girona is expected to take on Las Palmas later today. Real Betis played out a 2-2 draw against Athletic Club. It was Osasuna 2, Real Sociedad 1, Valencia 2, Celta Vigo 1, Barcelona defeated Deportivo Alaves 1-0, Espanyol 1, Real Madrid 0. Atletico Madrid saw off Real Mallorca by 2-0. It was Villarreal 5, Real Valladolid 1, Getafe 0, Sevilla 0, Leganés 0, Rayo Vallecano 1. And of course, in England, Chelsea will take on West Ham United later today. Arsenal defeated Manchester City by 5-1. It was Brentford 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2, Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers saw off Aston Villa by 2-0. It was Bournemouth 0, Liverpool 2, Everton 4, Leicester City 0, Ipswich Town 1, Southampton 2, Newcastle United lost 1-2 to Fulham at home, while Nottingham Forest decimated Brighton and Hove Albion by 7-0. That's the size of the abridged version of a Sports Splash this Monday edition. Thank you very much for being here. The show continues for the rest of the week. Tuesday, same time, 9:30. Join us again for sports. My name is Ike Nwokede. Have a lovely week and remember to keep sporting. Bye-bye now.